Hey, what's happening, YouTube? I just left Bridget's last laugh up in North Phoenix. It's on Cave Creek Road, just north of Bell. Had one of the worst karaoke experiences I've ever had in my life. Hey, for starters, it's still September 20th. It's getting kind of late. 11:21 p.m. Yeah, Monday night, September 20th, 2021. So anyway, I went over, mostly just trying to, meet some more people in karaoke and trying to put the word out about my show tomorrow night at the Union Jack. And I went into Bridget's Laugh, where they do karaoke 7 nights a week. Now, once upon a time, that used to be hosted by a guy named Terry, Darkside Terry, one of the best KJs I've ever met in my life. Ran an amazing show. Now, I'm assuming, and I mentioned him in the past, I'm assuming he's retired. I mean, when I used to go to his show like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, he was kind of getting up there in years, but man, he still had it. Just ran an amazing show. And, so if he's retired, I get it. That's fine. I mean, for all I know, he might be dead. Anyway, yeah, every time I've gone there in the last year-ish, it's always been a different person hosting, and it's always been somebody that just seems to be doing the absolute bare minimum possible in a karaoke show. But they took it to a whole nother level tonight. Just wow. I mean, and I get it, like it's slow. Okay. So anyway, I went in there, did my usual, ordered a small pitcher of beer, and I walked over and I saw somebody who was like a KJ there, who, was like, hey, where's the crowd? She's like, it's pretty dead tonight. I'm like, all right. And I wrote down a song, and they have a little tray to put it in. Personally, I like giving it to the KJ, but for some reason, apparently this KJ was too preoccupied with playing pool with other people to actually be there at the soundboard to take a karaoke slip. So I put it in the little spot. That was at about, I don't know, maybe 10, 20, so like an hour ago. She was, she took it, she looked at it, she's got somebody wanting to sing, and I sat there for a while, and I worked on my eBay, and texted some people, and just, was farting around on my phone, killing time, responded to a couple messages on Reddit, and started drinking, and I guess, I guess what bothered me even more than I was waiting to sing, and she wasn't bringing me up to sing, was that the music that was on in the interim was just unbelievably bad. I mean, just like painfully hurting my soul bad. Instead of actually actively DJing while she was waiting for some singers, which of course she had a singer, she had me, and actually come to find out she had another singer, but I'll get that in a second. I believe she's running Carafun, which I think I've mentioned. It's a subscription program that's based around the karaoke version music library. So she's got Carafun running, playing a playlist of karaoke cliches. In other words, songs I don't want to hear people sing because people sing all the fucking time. But instead of hearing people singing it, I'm hearing the demo vocal versions of the karaoke version of the song. So I'm hearing just all the songs I don't want to hear at a karaoke night being sang by random people. Like, at least if you're going to play those songs, play them by the actual freaking artists. Like, if I'm going to have to be subjected to Sweet Caroline, and it's not a bunch of drunk motherfuckers singing it, can I at least hear Neil Diamond singing it? Is that too much to ask? If I have to hear Love Shack, can I at least hear the B-52s sing it? If I have to hear Before He Cheats, can I forget the name of the wannabe country pop singer that sings that, but can I hear Carrie Underwood? I think, can I hear Carrie Underwood sing it? Like, so I'm hearing all these god-awful cover versions of karaoke cliches with scrolling lyrics on the screen, and I'm waiting to sing. And I walked over, there's another woman like sitting by herself in the middle of the bar, and I walked over and asked her, I'm like, do you know when the karaoke starts here? She goes, it's like 8, 9 o'clock, and I'm like, it's almost 11 o'clock. And she's like, I don't know. She goes, I sang a song earlier. I'm just kind of waiting to sing another song, but I'm super tired. She seemed like she was a little hammered, a little off. She's like, a little tired. I didn't sleep last night. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a good time. But anyway, she's just like, yeah, I don't get to sing soon. I'm probably just going to go home. I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel the same way right now. And she seemed a little out of it, so I didn't really have much of a more conversation with her, but she was apparently also waiting to sing as well. She's just sitting there by herself, just waiting. KJ nowhere to be seen. I think she was across the bar, on the other side of the bar, shooting pool. But I saw a guy that I'd seen there at karaoke before, and I saw him sitting at another table by himself, and then I heard him come up and complain to the bartender of like, why the hell am I hearing all the karaoke, these cover versions of karaoke cliches? I'm hearing every song I really don't want to hear back to back. And the bartender's like, well, I don't know, there's just nobody here. I get it when a bar is slow. I get that happens. But if there's one thing I don't ever want to hear a bartender or anybody else say when I'm at a bar and it's slow is, quote, there's nobody here. Motherfucker, did you just call me a nobody? I'm somebody, and I'm here, and I have an open tab at this bar. And that woman over there that's sitting, that's kind of tired and a little loopy, I believe she's somebody. And the guy at the table, I believe he's somebody. And the lady with the pit bull that she's got cleverly disguised as a service animal, and her friend that are shooting pool, I'm pretty sure they're somebody. So how dare you say there's nobody here? Even if there's only 4 people here, I think the bar staff kind of deserves to try to give them a good time and make them want to come back, instead of insulting them and saying that they're nobody. Yeah, nobody here. Thanks for calling me a nobody, bitch. So, I sat and I waited, and she's like, well, I said, well, when does the karaoke start? She goes, well, there's just nobody here. So I'm singing. I'm like, I put in a song nearly an hour ago. And she's like, well, the KJ's over there. I'll go out and talk to her. And she comes back. She goes, well, she can't have anybody sing until there's enough people to make a rotation. My ass. And that's what I told her. I just was like, that's bullshit. I mean, if I'm doing a karaoke show, that's what I do for a living. That's what I've been doing primarily for 15 years. If I'm doing a karaoke show and it's a slow night, I am actively DJing, at least trying to keep the music good. I'm not fucking rolling god-awful karaoke demo cover versions, because nobody ever wants to hear that. I'm certainly not playing karaoke cliches, because somebody's probably going to want to sing those songs later tonight, and my God, nobody should have to hear those songs twice. So, and as soon as somebody comes up and wants to sing, my God, I'm going to totally engage them and try to get them excited, so that they are going to maybe text their friends and say, hey, I'm at a nearly empty karaoke bar. Come down and join me. Let's sing some songs. I'm not going to tell them, no, you can't sing because there's not enough people here, because there's nobody here and you're nobody. That's what I'm definitely not going to tell them. But, so the bartender comes out. I end up getting this full-on argument with the bar. So there's nobody here. I said, I see people here. There's somebody here. And then she proceeded to tell me why all the people that were there were nobody, including myself. She goes, well, you're cashing out. I'm like, yeah, I'm cashing out because I've been waiting like 45 minutes to sing. She's like, well, that's not my rule. I said, well, it's kind of a bullshit rule. I said, I do karaoke for a living. I have somebody's ready to sing. I'm getting them up and letting them sing. Anyway, yeah, Bridget's last laugh. I think I'm gonna go take in a little karaoke. Fuck it. Really don't want to be home with Priscilla telling me, don't touch me, taking up most of my couch and playing her god-awful TV shows on her tablet that I don't want to hear. I'm really not about that. So I wasn't really finding any karaoke shows near me. in Gilbert. And at this point, you know, I'd rather deal with the limited song selection that Gary has access to. And at least I know I'm going to have a good time in Bullocks on a Monday night. So, but wow, unfreaking believable how bad it was at Bridget's last laugh. I don't understand how that karaoke DJ is even getting paid to go over there and play pool with her friend. So apparently she doesn't count. She's not a person in the bar. Like, yeah, she doesn't count as a KJ either. Holy fuck, that was bad. Anyway, yeah, I'm done with this rant. And I think I'm done going to Bridget's last laugh as well. And Terry, wherever you are, if you're healthy enough to host karaoke, please go back there. Please fix the karaoke there. It used to be one of the best karaoke bars in town, and it is fucking awful now. Absolutely. Anyway, thanks for being on the receiving end of my rant, and I will have more I will have more YouTube later. Have a good night.